Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. I got some boots on the ground for you and some news you should know. Let's get right into it. This story was actually given to me over a week ago. Sorry it took so long to get to you. But it is about the longshoreman strike that might occur. And I've tried to check in to see what other information I can get from it, but I really can't. So I don't know if they've settled their problems or if it's still going on. But this is what someone wrote. I want to let everyone know that they may want to secure needed items before October 1st when a possible longshoreman strike may start. The longshoremen were very busy during COVID, and still we have had shortages. Can you imagine what a major stoppage or slowdown will be due to the already problematic supply chain? My friend that shared this with me says that the union wants to nearly double the wages, and he already feels they're pretty good. He fears that this action could cause port authorities to end his relationship with the union and bring in immigrants for cheap labor. This other story was about a week old too, but it says a trip to the Bishop's storehouse today was a failure. That's where you can go buy surplus food or bulk food from the Mormon canneries. Point of sale system is still down, secondary to a central point issue. So they had some problems. They for sure they got this problem fixed. But the point I want to mention is don't plan at the last minute to go buy your supplies to buy what you need. I was at a Walmart and they actually had a sign saying no cash allowed. They had a problem taking cash. They could take your cards. And I've seen this numerous times. A lot of other people always send me stuff that, their system was down. They couldn't pay with their credit cards. Usually these are resolved in a few hours. But if we have a major cyber attack or a hack attack, you might only be able to pay with cash. This person is a police officer. This person says, I'm a police officer, I'll just say in the Ohio area. And we are beginning a huge influx of illegals, even in the rural area that I work. Seems to me at least 1 in 5 people I stop on traffic offenses do not speak English, have no ID, no passports, and are from countries you've never even heard of. This is a huge problem for law enforcement because there's no way to identify most of these individuals. Agencies such as ICE and Border Patrol are no longer helping unless they have committed murder or rape. The majority of the times we can't even fill out the citation properly because they don't have identification or documentation. This is a huge problem when all you can do is give them a verbal warning and let them go free. Our county sheriff and local authorities are having the same issues as well. Being on the front line, we encounter these people on a daily basis. I can tell you that this country is in very bad shape, and it's pure luck more serious crimes have not been transpired from these undocumented illegals coming into our country. It is a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. He goes on and says that the majority of police officers out in the world are good, God-fearing men and women that are trying to do their job but are more than limited on manpower and equipment. He says when the SH hits the fan, most civilians will be on their own or will have to wait a long time to get help from police officers. People need to stock up on self-protection and learn how to use it properly in case we are overwhelmed, and that's from a police officer. This comes from Kentucky. A couple of months ago, I was talking to my dad. I made the mistake of complaining that when I checked out at Walmart, they stopped me and checked my receipts like I'm a common criminal. It happens to me at every Walmart I've been to now. My dad is a preacher, and of course he started grinning from ear to ear. He reminded me that we're here to share the good news of God with others, and everything else is a means to the end. The person who checks your receipt needs Jesus too. Since then, I've actually become good friends with the elderly lady who checks my receipt. She informed me the best thing to do is to have everything in bags, nothing loose in your cart. He said we're on the first name basis with this checker at Walmart. And I still stop and chat with her for a minute or two before I leave the store. Most important, I hope everyone remembers that faith is important in these tough times. I myself am finding my way back after being missing in action for a couple of years. I'm a man of science and finally just had to make peace with the fact that I don't have all the answers. It takes a Hercules effort at times, but I've started praying and reading my Bible again. I work 2 jobs to support my family and don't have a penny to pay. But I go to church when I can and stream the sermons online when I'm working and cannot attend. Anyways, I hope this helps some people out there. Take care and God bless. This is Samsung. Samsung is recalling 1.12 million electric ranges. There's been over 250 fires and dozens of injuries. It's the front-mounted knobs can actually be activated by accident if a human or pet unintentionally contacts or bumps into them. And this is a huge fire hazard. So if you have anything Samsung electric range, check into it. Make sure yours isn't being recalled. The amount of credit card debt is unbelievable. Right now, they're estimating Americans owe $1.14 trillion. And that brings the individual person's balance to $6,320. That is a lot of money. They say the average credit card interest rate is more than 20%. And that's at an all-time high. CVS Health is reporting that their 2024 earnings are not going to be up to par. They're actually going to take a $2 billion in cost cutting because they're losing money. They're not making as much money. Cadbury doubling their price of their candy bars. And that's because the cocoa prices are going up. Delta, if you fly, Delta is definitely DEI. They have gone woke, and they have been woke for a long time. But they're going to no longer say, ladies and gentlemen, when you're ready to board the plane. I don't know what they're going to say, but no more ladies and gentlemen. They want to be more inclusive to everyone. Bank of America has just shuttered 11 branches. Chase and PNC has shuttered a bunch more. Banks are making major cost cutting. They're trying to cut as much as they can. Over this year, just 2024, Bank of America has closed 100 branches. Florida, their largest insurance company, there has requested a 13.5% rate hike. And I think that's the highest they can do it by law, but they said they need a 93% increase because just the houses are costing more money. We have more storms, more damages. Florida has the highest home insurance rate in the country. They're saying the Florida homeowners pay an average of almost $11,000 in 2023. That's incredible. The national average for home insurance is $2,377. And this is Citizen Property Insurance Corporation. They're the biggest ones in Florida, and they're feeling the pain. They're saying that they need to increase their average price of homeowners insurance from $3,560 to $4,041, and I think that's the highest they could do per year. We're also feeling in hospitals. There's over 700 rural hospitals, and that's 30% of all the providers in this country that are feeling massive amounts of pain because a lot of illegal immigrants are using their services. They're not getting paid. So if you need health care, do not put anything off because it's just going to get worse as we go into this recession. Get things taken care of now if you can. Cisco is announcing thousands of job cuts, and this is their second major job cuts. Over 126,000 people have been laid off from 393 tech companies. So lots and lots of layoffs. Paramount Global is laying off 15% of their global workforce, or their U.S. workforce. This is going to be about 2,000 workers being laid off. Been a report that across all industries, and this is from high-end airlines, high-end luxury brands, fast food, theme parks, consumer good companies, they're all warning that the profits are not going to be up to par. And this is because the consumers are tapped out. People just don't have that extra cash, and they're cutting back. So we're definitely going to be going into recession, no doubt about it. We're going to have to see if the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates. They have to play a fine line between inflation and getting the economy humming again. I have noticed it because I'm getting a lot of requests from people. I do not do GoFundMe pages. I've had a couple people recently get very angry with me. One accusing me not being a Christian because I'm not helping them out. I don't do GoFundMe pages. I've done things in the past, and I've found out that these people are not being honest with me. They're just scamming the system. So the amount of people that are asking me for help is at an all-time high. And I'm not going to post GoFundMe pages because I cannot verify that you are a legitimate need and not a scammer. But That doesn't mean don't do things. If you can help someone and you notice a legitimate need and you have the ability to help a little bit, please help them. So there you go. There's some boots on the ground, some news you should know. Keep prepping, keep preparing, and also keep looking up, because the Heavenly Father is going to come back. And some people are saying pretty soon, just because of world events. I don't know the time when he's coming back, but yes, your purpose as a Christian here is to spread the gospel, but also start preparing, start warning people to get ready for what is coming. People are looking at Israel, why Iran hasn't attacked Israel for those assassinations. But interesting times we live in. Thanks for watching.